Peace, love, light, power, height, and abundance of prosperity and love to everyone. This is my first live on YouTube. So, yeah. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to my YouTube. I wanted to do this over here because I'm moving over this way, but I will continue to post the links on my Facebook page. I'm just posting to my Facebook right now. Okay, so that's posted there. Just give me a few moments and I will get started. I do not own the rights to this music. And like I said, this is my first live over here, so bear with me. And we just gonna vibe for a moment. This is Better Love by Young Guns. I want to make sure I put that out there because I don't want no smoke, baby, no smoke. So peace to everybody that is joining from whichever platform you are joining from. And I'm grateful for you being here. Just give me a minute. I'm still getting a little acclimated to this thing. Okay, I can't share to all the groups, but y'all go ahead and share this up. This right here is a very important. It's a very important live that I want to do, and I want to share with all of you because this is about the power of where you manifest from. And this actually came to me while I was away on vacation. For those of you who know, if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, then you know that or Snapchat, I've been away for 2 weeks. I went away on a 2-week vacation, just me by myself, no kids, no nothing. I really wasn't on social media like that. I really wasn't too social. I was really to myself. This vacation was about rest, relaxation, and restoration. And I spent a lot of time alone with me. And I feel like that's something that is imperative to everyone because we don't really do that the way that we're supposed to, the way that we are supposed to get to know ourselves. We don't do that. We go on vacations, we take girls trips, we take family trips, we do all of these other types of trips, but we never really take the time to take a self-love, self-healing trip for us for however long we may need it. Now, for me, it was for 2 weeks. If I could have gone for a whole month, I would have, because that's how much I felt I needed it. Like this is long overdue. I've done it one time before and I was gone for about a week and I was rejuvenated when I came back, but it had been years since I've done it. So I needed to do this for myself. This was a self thing. While I was gone, every morning I woke up to birds chirping. And every evening I heard crickets. And every day I saw bunny rabbits and blue jays and cardinals and lizards and just all types of stuff. I mean, I was in South Florida, so of course you're going to see lizards and things like that. And I spent a lot of time at the beach. For me, the beach is the ultimate healing space, as I am a pure fire sign. I possess a whole heap of fire in my chart. So for me, getting by the water is it calms my fires. Like it can put my fire out or it can soothe my fire. And I just feel like there's something magical about the beach because to me, and this is just for me, this is where all four elements meet. This is where you have the air, the earth, the water, and the fire from the sun. So all four elements meet in this space of creation, and you bring the spirit. So that's the fifth element, right? On my days there, spirit gave me so many messages, so many uploads. And one of the things that was uploaded into my spirit was our place of manifestation. Where are you manifesting from? And it's something that I myself had overlooked, and I believe many people overlook. When I was younger, there were things that was lacking in my life, and there were things that I needed. I needed love. Like when I was younger, that was my favorite song by LL Cool J, I Need Love. And I can't tell you why at that point in time in my life, it meant so much for me to need love like that at a young age, but I did. And I cleaved to that song my whole life. Even to this day, I listen to that song. It just holds different meaning for me now. But as I've gone through, there were different things I called out and cried out for. And I want you to understand what I'm about to say. When I was at my most broken, the things that I cried out for are the things that I see that have manifested in my life right now to this day, that I am overflowing in the abundance of my blessings, in the abundance of my manifestation. I cried out, broken, battered, and damn near depleted for stability, for love, for true friendship and sisterhood, for people to surround me that's embraced me as me, shortcomings and all, through my healing, through my growth. People to just understand me as I understand them. People to really understand reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? To give me what I'm giving out so much to everybody else. I just need it to be given back to me. Like whether it was anger, whether it was tears, those manifestations made manifest. Now, I used to be one that believed that your emotions are what drove your manifestation. So it was good to manifest in emotional states. But that was when I was ignorant and on a certain level. I had only attained a certain level of wisdom and understanding. What I now understand is it's not the emotion, because Spirit said the emotion is the frequency that carries it. And while our emotions are heightened, it heightens our frequencies. It's not the space we manifest from. See, there's a difference between manifesting from your heart space and from your mental. When you're manifesting from your human mental, you're limited in your manifestation and it's not pure, which is why a lot of times when you're manifesting mentally from here, your manifestation changes. This is why a lot of times when you try to attempt to manifest some things, if it's not coming from your heart space, it's not coming. Or it comes and it's temporary because you change your human mind so often. Spirit is trying to keep up with what you manifesting mentally. See, your heart chakra, right? Your throat chakra is the center of your emotions. And so as your heart is, your throat speaks, right? So if you're not adding your heart chakra into your manifestations and it's really a desire of the heart, you're not manifesting correctly. And this is what was given to me that I'm sharing with all of you. Now, whether it resonates with you or not, that's a personal thing. But I'm sharing with you what was given to me about why certain things manifest and others do not. We neglect the heart chakra very often, and a lot of people don't even really stick to chakra work. the way that they should on a daily basis, working your chakras, really going through and checking yourself to make sure that you are aligned with not only spirit, but aligned with the things that you are not only feeling in your heart chakra, but creating in your mental space. It's a different thing when you're creating mentally without your heart chakra than it is for you to create with your mental and your heart all aligned in one, because this is where your imagination comes from. It comes out of the crown chakra, right? You're able to see through your third eye a vision, and you're able to make it manifest. Pure frequencies come from the heart. Your purest form of everything. I did a live on my Facebook page talking about you turning back into you and the purest frequencies of love, returning to your pure sense of being. Your heart is the better space for you to manifest from, to create the life that you desire, to create the life that you see within your mind's eye. If it is something of your heart's desire, whatever your heart's desire, it shall be. Not whatever your mind desires, whatever your heart desires, it shall be. And it made sense as to why those things that I cried out for in those moments, in those times, in those spaces, it made sense as to why it manifested the way that it has. It didn't manifest right away. Don't get it twisted. It took years to build the life that I have right now. And you need to understand that sometimes you'll see people manifest something on the drop of a dime. And other people, it takes time. You have to learn patience with not only you, but you have to learn patience with your manifestations, because if it's something of your heart's desire, you must be ready to receive what your heart is desiring. I say this to everyone all the time. If you are not creating a space for the manifestation to happen, the manifestation has to then create the space for it to be. And if you are not responsible enough to maintain the blessing that you are requesting that's being laid in your lap, you are going to ruin it. So why would spirit give you something for you to just completely fuck up? Sometimes it has to happen in order for you to learn a lesson. But when it's your heart's desire, do you not understand? There is a creator that has created everything that you see around you, regardless to what you may believe. Some people believe that they create themselves. But then explain the clouds, explain the trees, explain the water, explain the beauty and the unexplainable of this realm. Someone created it. There is a creator and a source of all things, regardless to what someone may believe. There is. That's just me. You don't have to agree with me, but that's just me. But there's also a lot of people that see it that way too. And all of these beautiful, wondrously made things were created for us. Why would the creator want to give you something that's going to destroy you? Why would the creator give you something that you're not going to be able to take care of when it's your heart's desire? Sometimes we get the things that we ask for, and there's a lesson in it. And sometimes we miss the lesson, and the lesson is that you weren't ready for it. Or it's to open your eyes to show you where you need to better prepare yourself for the manifestation. But we need to stop looking at things as happening to us and as they are happening for us. Everything has a reason and a purpose and a meaning. And I know sometimes things that have happened in our lives don't seem to make rhyme or reason as to why it had to happen that way. But if you can take the emotion out of that thing and just really logically sit back and feel that thing out through your heart chakra and mental clarity and third eye view, then you will be able to figure out that this is actually a lesson somewhere in there for you. Some of the lessons that we get taught are hard ones. Some of them are easy pills to swallow. Some of them happen so subtly that we don't even realize that we were taught a lesson until after the lesson has already settled into our subconscious. See, one of the things that I did request in my manifestation was to have a circle of people around me that not only accepted me, but was going to put a foot in my ass when I needed it, but not in a harsh and cruel way, but in a manner that I would be able to receive it. I have taken words of wisdom from my sisters and from other people around me that genuinely share love with me. And I'm not going to say love me because I love them too, that genuinely share love space with me. They know how to put a foot in my ass without me realizing that they've done that until after. But I've also allowed myself to become so receiving of what's good for me and trusting my intuition on who has my betterment. And it just went out of my head. Who has my best interest at heart. Thank you so much, because my mind drew a complete blank right now trying to see what's going on with my cat. But who holds my best interest at heart to where they're able to plant seeds into my soil and then they bud on their own out of nowhere. And then I go back and tell them like, oh my God, I remember when you said this to me. Thank you. You have to get yourself into that space too. And it's a vulnerable space to be in. But as I said in my live video on my Facebook page, which I'll actually upload here onto the YouTube, you have to return back to the innocence of a child. And the only way for you to really do that is to do the inner child work, and stop going through the traumas of it, and start really healing and rebuilding the inner child inside of you. And see, that's the only way you're going to learn true, pure vibrations of frequencies, how to truly, purely love unconditionally. I have unconditional love in my life right now as we speak. And I'm not just talking about from my children. I'm not just talking about from family. I'm talking about true, pure, unconditional love that has no limitations to it, because I've learned how to unconditionally love myself through everything that I go through every decision that I have made for myself. I have learned to love me through it. There is no love limitation when it comes to loving on you. And in loving on you, you are closer to the creator. You're closer to source. You are closer to spirit. You are closer to your higher self. You are closer to your ancestors. You are closer to everything, because all things start from you. They begin and end with you. See, when it comes to spiritual things, there is the Alpha and the Omega, right? The beginning and the end. Then when it comes to this human realm, we come here and we are the Alpha and Omega of our life around us in the human realm. But there must be a level of submission that happens to a higher source. There must be a level of humbleness to a higher source, and the higher source is the creator. All of this came to me on vacation. If we would just take the time, especially those of us who live in the city, take the time to step away. Even if you can't get away, because I understand that there are some parents that don't have anybody that they trust their children with, or can trust their children with, or just don't have anyone else at all. It's just them. If you begin to create these types of spaces for not just yourself, but your family as well, I guarantee you, I promise you that it's going to change things. The vibrations in my home were chaotic, out of control, draining. Why? Because I am the conductor of the energy within my household. There is no man in my home right now. So in this household, I am the conductor of the energy in here. And if I am drained and depleted, then guess what? That's the energy that's in this house. Drained, depleted, hopeless, given up. I came back with a fresh anointings, with a peace that surpasses my understanding. I love this peace. This is not the first time that I felt this peace, but I love this peace that I have inside of me, because when there is peace, that means that my inner being is quiet, where I'm able to receive and hear what I need to receive and hear. And a lot of us get so loud and rowdy on the inside. There's so much chaos going on inside that we don't have that time to get quiet with ourselves, so that we can really hear what we need to hear coming in for us, those divine messages that are so vital to us. We don't take that time because we can't seem to find the time to make the time to get the time to be able to do that. You have to create it. You have to create safe spaces, is what I call them. I have a couple of safe spaces around me where I live at. But then now I have created my space of peace and tranquility and renewance, which is where I went to for these 2 weeks. You might as well say I went on a spiritual retreat by myself. And my plan, my goal is to go there twice a year for a fresh anointings, because I need that for me in order to keep going. I am and have been a single mother for a very long time. Even in relationships, I have been a single mother at times, raising children since the age of 15 going on 16. I am now 42 years old. And at the end of the day, that's tiring. And at 42, I'm really learning. I began learning what self-love was really at 40. 41, I began putting things into action. And at 42, I'm starting to enter the level of mastery. But do you see how this is taking time for me to learn? So your level of self-love is going to evolve as you evolve. You will desire different things. Your spirit will require different things from you. Healing is a forever process, and self-love is a part of that healing. It is giving yourself the things that you did not get. It is giving yourself the things that you need. If you cannot learn to give yourself the things that you need, if you don't know what it is that you need for you, how could you ever expect anyone else to know? You have to learn where your place of peace is, how to attain it. You want to know who heals the healer? Healer, heal thyself. Healer, heal thyself. Healers are to become masters in healing. I'm going to say that again, but differently. True healers have mastered the art of healing because they heal themselves first. And then evolved healers not only heal themselves, but they can heal the other healers. You see how that goes? So who heals the healer? Healer, heal thyself. And then there is a community of healers that heal the healers. Because you've mastered healing of the self, that you can now master healing of another, not just communal healing, because there's a different type of healing that is needed for the healer. Because you don't understand all of the energy and all of the trials and tribulations that we have to go through in order to be able to help heal others, to be the aid and assistance to others. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to remain standing on your square strong and firm without being triggered by somebody else's trauma and not trauma bonding with someone else because they've gone through something similar. No, you are there to do a job. You are there to heal. Therefore, healer, do the healing and don't get caught up in it. Do you know the training that it takes for that? See, y'all think we just wake up in the morning and we are a healer. A lot of us don't even realize that we're healers. It takes for others to start testifying about how different things that we've said and done or shown and taught have helped them and aided them in their own healing processes. And that is when you realize that you are a healer. True healers don't know that they are healers. They find out by accident. And when I say by accident, it is because we are not all just told straight out, you are a healer. This is why your life is in turmoil. This is why you require more. Healers require a whole lot more self-care. I'm not saying that other people don't require self-care, but healers require a whole lot more self-care than just the average Joe, because healers not only deal with their shit and learning lessons to give out to the other ones, healers have to deal with the fact that their lives are not their own. Their lives are testimonies to help aid others in coming out of things. You have to be able to protect and shield yourself from others' energies and things, attacks and all types of stuff. So you'll require a bit more as a healer. So if you call yourself a healer, learn the art and master the healing of thyself. There are many that go away on retreats that I know of They go away, they spend time in nature and reconnect and ground themselves. But there are many that don't do that because they don't even know how to be alone with themselves. How could you even begin to call yourself a healer and you don't even know how to be alone in your own company, in your own space? What did you learn? When spirit put you through that isolation phase, what did you truly learn? Did you learn anything at all? I mean, that time is supposed to teach you how to be alone with you. And if you can't stand to be alone with you, how could you ever expect anybody else to want to be alone with you too? And that includes your own children and family. Sips water. If this was a little later on in the day, I would sip some wine, but that'll be on an evening live that I'll sip wine. And if you are just new to following me, you will understand that that is an actual thing that I do where I sip wine in the broadcast. Okay. So be mindful of the spaces that you are manifesting from. Be mindful. Is it from your heart or is it from your mind? Have you aligned yourself with the thing that you are manifesting? Have you taken the time to actually think it through? Sometimes you manifesting on a whim, a thought that jumps into your mind that you haven't even taken the time to actually plan out the whole thing. You just jumped right on in. True manifestation comes from planning, strategizing, connecting with it. And so I just wanted to come live and for whatever reason, I don't think I have a live chat. Maybe it's because I came on through my Zoom. I don't know. Um, So maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out for the next time. But this was my first live here on YouTube under 15 minutes of funk. I will be doing more lives on YouTube and sharing the links to my page and as I can into different groups. If you haven't already, hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel because I will be coming live on YouTube a whole lot more. I'm actually graduating. I look at it as graduating from Facebook into a different universal energy because these messages are supposed to be ones that go out across the web and not just stuck into different into just the dynamic of people who are quote unquote friends on my friends list or groups that have put me in them or whatever. So yeah, I do have a live chat. Oh, hey Keisha, hey Connie. Okay. So I want to let you all know that this is where I will be. So again, if you are not already subscribed, you're very welcome, sissy. Make sure you are. Make sure you hit the bell and the notifications. I will get this YouTube thing down. I will work on my intro and outro and all of that. Thank y'all for rocking out and riding out with me. I love y'all. Remember to always love yourself because no one is ever, ever going to love you better than you. Power